Some of y'all was ungrateful and very disrespectful to y'all parents, and I used to be one of them at a certain point in my childhood. But some of y'all really knew the true intentions of your parents, and some of you parents was telling your kids to do certain things and be certain things that you didn't even hold yourself accountable to even do. So in my early childhood, I'm just being very transparent. There was a certain point where my mouth was flipped. There was a certain point where I was questioning a lot of stuff. You feel me? And I most definitely did feel entitled because my mama always came through for me. My mama and daddy always came through for me, even when I was coming through for myself. You get what I'm saying? I just got big headed because my parents knew how I was coming as a child. You feel me? As an individual, and I was different. You get what I'm saying? Even though I was this miracle child, I was this child with manners, I was this child with a pure heart. You get what I'm saying? I was still a human being. And yes, it was times I was still being disobedient. Of course, once I got older, probably like maybe in my early 20s, it had hit for me that I wanted to start taking accountability for things that I was doing. I wanted to change difference, okay? Now watch this. This is why I say it's always two sides to everything. And they always talk about how everything that glitters ain't gold, but everything that looks like fish don't smell like fish. You get what I'm saying? So watch this. I want to say maybe like 2017, I had got admitted to the hospital, okay? I got admitted to the mental hospital, right? Watch this. So in that moment, I started to catch on to so many lies. You get what I'm saying? I tried to catch on to so much. And let me just put a disclaimer. If my mama was to see this, you know that I love you. You know that this is not to put you down, but this is really to allow God to use me, because at the end of the day, this is how he wrote my story. And just unfortunately, you were the villain in my story at that time. But I still love you and I forgave you for that, okay? So boom. I started to like feel confused. I started to drive myself crazy a little bit because now I'm questioning the person who not only birthed me, but this was my best friend at one point. May I remind you, I started to take accountability and I felt bad for being disrespectful. I felt bad for being flip mouth. I felt bad and I didn't know why. I want to say maybe like 2022, and this is why I say, like, when you put people in front of God, he will embarrass you. He will embarrass you, but he will show you why you should never make that mistake again. It was then revealed to me in that very moment that I wasn't that disrespectful child no more. You get what I'm saying? It was clear to me as day that I was toe to toe with somebody that couldn't believe that I could feel the mess that they was doing. You get what I'm saying? Because she was trying to cover up her own mess. A lot of times, a lot of you parents will project onto your kids what you are doing. You will say, well, you know what, they lie, woo, woo, woo. But you've been lying to them all their life. And we ain't talking about little white lies. I'm just being very transparent. For a lot of you who have followed me, I've changed a lot in my life so I could have some sanity and peace. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of that happened because I allowed God to guide me and maneuver me through trying to navigate and retrieve that for myself. You get what I'm saying? I'm 28 years old. But at that time, I was 21, 23, 24, 25, feeling like I was 88. And it was killing me. Do you feel me? That's why it is very important to heal your traumas before you bring anybody else into this world. Now, if you have people in this world, it is your time to start doing that shadow work now. That shadow work now. You remember when they used to tell you the things that you do, they don't just affect you, they affect others? Let me tell you something. The fact that my mama and daddy did not do that shadow work, it affected my life. It affected my life. But hear me clearly. That prayer, whatever prayer my family did over me, God has answered it every freaking day. Every freaking day. So hear me clearly. On one side, you were the problem. But on today's side, you are no longer the problem. And the lady who made this video, I thank you for being transparent, because there are some kids who just don't understand. Y'all grateful for y'all mama. Y'all grateful for the fact that she will ride and die for you, that she will literally sacrifice her sanity to give you peace. And then you turn around and you just give her flat out disrespect. I've been there. It had hurt me so much. I was tired of disrespecting my mama. I was tired of yelling at her. You feel me? And don't get me wrong, absolutely. When I was feeling the way I was feeling, it was because I was like, I shouldn't be feeling this way with my parents. You get what I'm saying? And I was just dealing with some things that I couldn't even comprehend. You get what I'm saying? It was just me. So with that being said, you get what I'm saying? Take accountability. If you was wrong to your mama, apologize to your mama. Your mama did what she was supposed to do. But hear me clearly. When God tells them to let you go, you can't be mad that they was being obedient, because at the end of the day, he comes before you. But parents, if you are the one on the other side and you have been taking advantage of your position As a parent, best to believe they are not being disrespectful, putting you on the back burner. Why? Because that's what God told them to do, so they can have their sanity, so they can be able to focus on their purpose and fulfill the purpose that God has for them. It's no disrespect to you. It's just that you didn't value. Let's be real. You did not value and appreciate that your child was trying to sit up there and make up for all the wrongs that they did. We are humans just like you. We are humans just like you. But God sees that. And I say all that to say, sometimes God will reveal to you that, baby, you really not the problem. You might have been 2-3 years ago. Absolutely. You started off the problem, but baby, you didn't end as the problem. Do you hear me? The first shall be last, the last shall be first. The last, you feel me? The first shall be last, the last shall be first. The first shall be last, the last shall be first. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? There's always two sides. There's always two sides. So if you have that parent that's looking out for you, be grateful. A lot of people don't have that. We can't even afford that. Money can't buy that. Do you hear me? That's authentic, something you got that was blessed upon you. But you, if you know that God revealed to you the true colors of your parents, remove yourself, baby. Always pray, because God can always turn everything around. Look, I got a whole apology from my father that I never thought that I would get. I kept saying, I'm never going to get it. I'm never going to get it. And God was like, let me show you. Stay focused.